Buenos dias. What are you doing in there? What are you hiding for? Come out. Get out of here. This is our steed for the moment. It's an Activa, and it's solely been responsible for the first police encounter of our time here in India. So we're on our way to Ashwem Beach, which is here in the north of Goa. We've just headed down from Arambol. We actually picked the bike up yesterday afternoon at a cost of 4,000 rupees for 11 days. It's actually 10 days, but we got 1 day free. So 400 a day, somewhere around that. And yeah, you'll see as you go around in Goa that everyone drives without a helmet. And so we took the bike. We've got a problem with the seat. It doesn't lock. So if we take the helmet, we can't lock it in the bike. We can't leave anything in there. We have to take it back later today for it to be fixed. But we decided to pop down the road, come to this beach. And of course, within 3 seconds of leaving Arambol, we got pulled over by the police. Now, not to criticise too strongly, but let's say that they were only stopping foreigners, despite every single Indian person going past without a helmet. Every single one of them. Bikes going past with 3 people on, 4 people on, babies without helmets. But the foreigners without the helmet, they were stopping. And so we ended up having to pay a 1,000 rupee fine. I did ask him for a receipt because no way on earth was I going to be paying a bribe. I'll pull my hands up, you know, you should wear a helmet. I'll fess up to that. I'll accept guilt on that part. But again, when everyone else is doing it, it's an act of stupidity, not an act of criminality. Anyway, it is what it is. We paid the fine and we move on. He's given us a ticket. And now we're trying to find this beach, but it kind of looks like, can we get through?
Maybe. Right here.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
It does. Said to Siamara and I, we'll have a cheap lunch today now. The budget has been decimated.
Yeah, it was funny. It was very, like, I got a little bit annoyed because as Gwen was saying, like everybody else was also doing it and nobody else was getting a stop. So I said to the people who stopped us, there is lots of people. What happened? What are you not stopping then? And then he was kind of changing the subject, saying, yeah, but one helmet per motorbike.
No one was wearing it.
And I was like, okay.
No
anyway,
one was wearing
so
it.
I got very uncomfortable and very annoyed, to be honest, because yeah, like if the rule applies for everyone, okay, you accept it and say, yeah, it's my fault. But when it's just like certain people and not all of them, it's like, this is unfair. This is very, very unfair.
Yeah.
But it's what it is. That's how we started the day. So we are going to move on and try to enjoy it. And that's it. It's like 1,000 rupees is 10 pounds. So yeah, it's what it is. So
yeah, I said to the...
It wasn't like 100 pounds.
I said to the guy, I was like, look, I want a ticket. And he said, yeah. And he had the little machine printing it out and he signed it. But Siamara made a good point. You know, when we were in the north of India, we got told by a guy that statistically, a very, very high proportion of Indians don't actually have their official driver's license. And so when you get stopped by the police, you pay a fine. And typically it's kind of in the low hundreds of rupees. But when we got pulled over, you know, it's 1,000 rupees. It says 1,000 rupees on the receipt, but who's the one deciding how much the fine is? Siamara made a point and it was like, maybe this guy's superior said, right, I need you to go out and collect X amount of money today. You know, so maybe he's just looked at us and thought, right, we can charge 1,000, the next person maybe 2,000, the person after 5. Who knows? But yeah, I asked him for a receipt. He's very flexible.
Yeah, it's very, very amazing. What
Should we see my attempt at this, right?
Oh my god, this is going to be a disaster, so get ready for it.
flexible lane.
He,
Former Olympic level gymnast.
all his bone cracks, and he's the stiffest person that I ever known in my life.
Say this is not a warm up. This is my actual like.
And what you
My
get-
hamstrings are tight.
Try a little bit harder, please.
Hold on, 'cause everything's going to dampen.
Give it to me. Please, yeah. Go down a little bit more. You can do this.
So yeah, let's just say my Olympic days are over. Because it's cold, isn't it? The weather's cold. And this guy, like, he's
Amazing what he's doing. He's super flexible.
later on in the day, like I'll be at once I've had my breakfast and you know,
Yeah.
I go for a swim, like limber up a little
Yeah.
bit, do my
His
stretches.
breakfast was a coffee with a lot of sugar, and then he has a croissant with chocolate.
Let's refresh. How much sugar did I put in mine?
I didn't see it. One.
How much did you put in yours?
One.
Okay, so you can show.
Okay. Normally you put two. That's what I was saying.
Anyway, we're at Ashwem Beach. This is from Arambol, maximum 15 minutes on a scooter. Very close. Don't know much about it, but it came up on a list of beautiful beaches here in Goa, and so far it looks really nice. Very quiet. It doesn't have all of the beach huts and the bars on the beach same way as Arambol does. Arambol can get a little noisy, a little boisterous if you're in the wrong area. And especially now we're on the weekend, so there's a lot of visitors, particularly from India. Arambol, I think, was previously well known as a little sleepy fishing village, one of the last developed beaches in Goa. But certainly now it's a bit busy. We love it. Don't get me wrong, we're going to stay there for a month. But it's not. If you're reading a post on Google or blog from a few years ago, it's likely a little bit different now. But yeah, this is a beautiful beach. We're going to take a walk. This is our Wish You Were Here series, 45-minute long video, giving you a true understanding of what it's like, feet on the ground. So let's go, let's take a walk and let's explore. And
He steals, and we need to learn so much from this guy. You want to have a longevity life?
a long way.
A long life, you need to do some yoga. Yeah, it's definitely more quieter, this place.
Yeah, I think it's missing the the beach shacks here. Not missing it, it's nice, you know, to have the open space with the ones in Arambol, because you've got the beach shack at the back, and then in front of it you have all the beach sun lounges where they serve the drinks and the food, and those come quite far out onto the beach. And so when the tide comes in, like it is now, on Arambol Beach in certain parts, you'll end up with kind of a small slither that you can walk up and down, because the water's in and then this big space here is taken up by the chairs. So this is nice to kind of have an open area, you know.
Yeah.
Certainly much quieter.
Yeah, there is not many options in here. Suppose that this is.
I would put it down to old age. I'm getting older, but at the same time it's just, I just don't stretch.
Just a little bit lazy, let's be true.
I walk a lot. I do a lot of exercise, and when we're back in England I train in the gym. But probably like a lot of people, you know, stretching is not something that I've ever really done apart from the basics. You know, if I do some running I'll do some stretches, but I've never done yoga or anything. Who needs to touch their toes anyway?
Well, it's
Kind of, you know, when you're in school and you're doing maths, and everyone says to the teacher, Miss or Sir, when I'm an adult, when am I ever going to use Pythagoras? When am I ever going to use algebra? And the teacher will say, oh yeah, but. Same applies. When in real life do I ever need to touch my toes?
Yeah, when you get old and you are not able to mobilize yourself, I think that's when you are going to suffer the effect of not having an active, flexible life.
That's what you're for.
My fault.
That's what you're for. Or I'll just get shoes that are slip-on.
No.
No, there's no laces. I'll
I'm
just
not going
like,
to be your slave.
Or maybe, you know, I'll be living the beach life and I just won't wear shoes.
This is the lifeguards around these beaches. Normally they have like a big microphone where they are warning people about the waves. Oh well, that's what I think.
Yeah, it's kind of
because
like,
I don't understand the language, obviously.
it's one thing, isn't it? Like when on the beaches here, the lifeguards are they're on it. You know, I haven't been to a place like this before, apart from maybe Australia, where the lifeguards are so on point, where they're patrolling the beach, making sure everyone's safe. Sometimes it can be a little bit overcautious. I don't know the history of the place in terms of accidents, whether, you know, people have struggled swimming here. The waves can be quite strong, especially in the morning. But if you're a confident swimmer, you know, you'll have no problems. Seems to be that perhaps there might be a lot of Indian visitors here who are maybe not strong swimmers. A lot of the announcements that the lifeguard will put out is in Indian, whether it's Hindi or whatever. It's never in English or Russian for that matter. Seems there's a lot of surfing on this part of the beach. There's loads of little crabs.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah.
You see all the little piles, all the little holes. This is all crabs. See again more. As for Arambol Beach, it's directly that way. So if you just follow the coast, that will take you to Arambol. I think I can maybe even make it out very, very far in the distance. Because at the end of Arambol Beach, there's a strip of very colourful beach huts and shacks, bars. The water looks inviting though, doesn't it?
Very hot.
Yeah, it's getting sticky now, isn't it? Since we've been in Goa, it's been amazing because the weather has just been on point every single day. It's very hot, maybe for some people that's not appealing, but I love the hot weather. It just, everything in your body just feels like it works better, you know, like engine, oil in an engine. You know, it's just brings you vibrance and energy and enthusiasm and just eagerness to get up early in the morning. And then of course, once you've got the ocean, perfect method for cooling down. Me and Siamara actually met living in Sydney. We were living in Australia separately, and then we met there, so we're very accustomed to beach life, you know, spending a lot of time on the beach. Kind of, here's a big one, the size of that one. Well, yeah, so this for us is kind of a little piece of heaven. This is exactly the environment that we like. Anything tropical, hot, with a beach, with I think we might have to go in the water in a bit though, right? Maybe, yeah.
Want to go? A little
Where are you
refreshments.
Are you going to sit somewhere, or we'll have to take turns because can't leave everything behind? But I don't know, because you have to pick your spot. Seems like right here there are some rocks. You see it sticking out there?
Yeah.
Probably best to go where the other people are. Maybe here is fine with these people.
Okay.
So let's find
let's-
somewhere to sit, and then I'll take the camera in the water.
Maybe
I've
you
got
can
the right
see some-
lens on for the water, but also I hope you're appreciating my my new travel style which is going on.
Let's make a little. crab houses around here, so I put it on the beginning.
Oh, you.
Can you help me, please?
I have a tip out there as well for anyone wanting to bring a camera to India. And to be fair, this is good advice if you're taking a camera anywhere, especially if it's a good camera, an expensive one. But certainly for India and Nepal for that matter, the air is very dusty. And of course, when you're here on the beach, sandy. Sand gets everywhere. Every little nook and cranny. It's in your clothes, in your toes, in your bag, everything. And so, you need to have a filter. You can see mine at the moment on the front. It's a bit smudged. But this little filter on the front here, this is just a UV filter. It's not doing anything. It's not changing the picture. But it's just stopping any debris, salt, sand, dust, anything getting inside the camera. And that's an absolute must. Let's go for a little swingaroo. Watch the not blinding everyone. Put your sunglasses on, eh? Ghost of a man spotted in Goa. Let's go for a little swim. Come with me. Adios. Hasta luego. En 5 minutos. The time currently, as it stands, is around 10, I believe. Very quiet. The water is not cold, neither is it warm. It's kind of perfect temperature to cool you down. And the bottom of the floor is just flat sand. No rocks, no shells, nothing sharp. It's very pleasant. You can actually walk, I presume, quite far out. You can in Arambol, you can walk far out and the water will still kind of be standable. Here you see I'm coming a decent amount out and it's not rising up that much. Oh dear. I'm going to avoid going too far because I don't have a handle on the GoPro and I don't want to drop it. I don't want to drop it or get any water on the front because although it's waterproof, this lens that I've got on it, any little bit of water just sticks to the front. Like that. Now it's nice though. The waves are a lot of fun here. You like kind of being in a bit of a bouncy, choppy environment. It's a lot of fun. It's not really the beach for you if you like very still, calm water. It's a big one. Hope you can see me with all the water on the front. These Wish You Were Here videos, I don't even know how many we've made now. By this point in the future when you're watching this, because we're a little bit behind on the videos, you know, like I have a lot of videos already edited and made, but I don't post them the day I make them, you know. I have a catalogue sitting waiting to be posted. So I don't know how far in the future that you're watching this, but currently I posted the first Wish You Were Here video just a few days ago, and it was from Kathmandu. And I was a little bit anxious as to whether this style, you know, an unedited, uncut video would resonate with anyone, because for me, I really enjoy making videos. I enjoy editing them, I enjoy filming them nice, putting the music on. Like, I really enjoy it. Like, it makes me proud when I make something nice, you know. But I also really enjoy watching very authentic travel. You know, things that are not too complicated, that just kind of genuinely show you what it's like in a place, including getting beaten around by the waves. And so, yeah, I didn't know whether people would perceive it to be lazy or whether it was even informative. You know, did the content offer any value to anyone? And it was really nice to see that actually, despite the amount of time and effort I got into editing all the other videos, it was that video, the Wish You Were Here video from Kathmandu, that most resonated with people, had the most success. And it's gone on to have 20,000 views within just a few days. And it's actually that video. Hold on. You probably can't even see me at all now. Yeah. It was that video that has gone on to actually push us into the monetization threshold. So it was kind of an alarm, you know, saying you need to make more of these. They're fun to make, they're interesting for people, and they enjoy them and like them and watch them. So I hope at this point, when you're watching this video, when I've made probably 20 Wish You Were Here videos at this point, they're still having some success. Of course, if you'd like to see anything different in these style of videos, information, interactions, let me know. But yeah, to be monetized on your YouTube channel, you have to hit 4,000 downloads watch time. So it's the equivalent of somebody sitting there and watching your videos for 4,000 hours. I hit that previously in the past because the channel's 5 years old, but I was completely inactive for a few years whilst I was living in Australia, and so YouTube took away that benefit from me. I had to earn it all over again. We've now hit it again, which is very exciting because it means that hopefully, you know, we can go on and continue making these videos and make it like a way of living. This is the dream life for me, you know. So I do hope that you're enjoying watching along, and thank you if you are as well. Let's make our way back. Siamara's probably getting jealous. Beautiful beach though. Just love the greenery. That combination of those big trees, the palm trees, and it just that is tropical, isn't it? What are you eating? What are you eating there?
Just mango, the mango that I bought yesterday.
How is it? Looks a bit
No, it doesn't taste really nice. It's not very sweet.
it looks bad.
Yeah, it doesn't taste nice. But the orange was nice and the banana was really nice. It was matured today, so it tastes really sweet.
Okay. Hold on one sec. Let me just take the... Stay with me. This is why I said about not going in the water with this lens. If you own a GoPro, I can recommend this lens mod that allows it to be wider, but it's terrible in the water. Get any water on it at all, it just sticks to the front. It's very hard to dry as well, it's not coming off. It's better with this. It's like microfiber.
Got something.
No, this is better. Alright. Come on, the best you'll have to do, I think. I think you might have to put up with that. It's probably the best I can do. Hopefully that's okay. Yeah, what do you rate this beach?
I like it. I like it because it's quieter. Well, I don't think that I would like to be around here. It's quite basic in the sense that there is not many things around. So it depends what you are looking for. It's great. It's nice. You have more space and yeah, it's not as crowded. But I don't know. It's nice to come here for a day or maybe for a couple of days. But
I think it all comes down, doesn't it, to what kind of trip are you looking for?
Yeah.
Are you going to be here for 6 months, a few days, a week? Really, all these things that we say, there is no right or wrong. Everywhere here is beautiful. What I would say, which differs from beach to beach and place to place, is just the level of tourism maybe. You know, one beach can be as equally beautiful as the next, but there's a vast difference in the amount of people that are on those beaches. So that's what I would say. Yeah. And again, like, difficult decisions come with that, because Arambol Beach is busier than this. And on one hand you might go, well, this beach is obviously the winner then. But it's nice to have options to eat. It's nice to have an environment where you meet new people. So you kind of have to just weigh those things up about whether you're going to come, but certainly come for a visit here. It's beautiful, it's really nice.
it is.
And if you're in Arambol, why would you not come? It's just down the road. Just wear your helmet. You don't want to get stung.
That's the most important thing.
As we were actually parking the bike, other people were going past, coming from the other direction, and they were waving, and they were all like, there's police up the road, yeah. You know, so...
Because of the helmet, they were saying, so they find people because of that. So you have to be very, very careful. Always wear your helmet. It doesn't make sense because there is only one person who is gonna, you know, only the driver has to wear it, the other one doesn't have to. That's the rule.
Welcome.
So if you have an accident, basically, the first one has some chances of saving his life or her life, and then the other one.
Welcome to India, where very little makes sense. Yeah, like you kind of... I think when it comes to India, you can't battle and fight against the bureaucracy and the way things work, because honestly, when you come from significantly different cultures, it just won't make sense and won't ever make sense, and probably doesn't even make sense to a lot of Indians. You kind of... the machine is too big, you just have to go with it and ride the wave, basically. But yeah, it doesn't make sense. But hey ho, we learn our lesson, we move on, and we go and get the bike fixed today so that we can lock away the helmet and it won't happen again.
Absolutely not.
But we are here enjoying our morning, not being deterred by the fine that we've received. Yeah, we're loving Goa at the moment, especially coming from Nepal and especially from the north of India, for no other reason than in those places you don't have a beach. In those places you don't have the tropics, you know, the palm trees, and just the consistency with the weather. You know, when we were arriving in Nepal, the weather was fantastic, but it started to quickly get into the tail end of summer, autumn, and obviously then came into winter. North of India was very cold.
Yeah, it's very close to the temperature in Europe, at the end of autumn or at the beginning of spring. Like you can notice it, like we were every single day below 10 degrees, like during the nights, like the temperature was 6 degrees, 5 degrees, 8 degrees, and you felt it, especially when you don't have the right clothes to be covering yourself. So
I had 2 layers on.
So we have to put layers all the time, and we only had like a couple of warm things, so we were basically wearing the same clothes every day. We only just had the chance of washing those clothes because we didn't have the chance before, because we needed those clothes to be warm.
It was a struggle. It was a struggle, and also the traveling. You know, getting around in India is a lot of fun, but it can be stressful. And the journeys are long. It's an enormous country, you know. So, like, I've toyed with the idea of heading back north for a few days for Holi, which is in a few weeks' time. And as desperate as I am to see that in one of the more famous places, the idea of the journey is really beating me up, and I don't think I can tear myself away from this environment, to be honest. But anyway, more about the beach that we're on. Should we have a little walk up there? Do you want to sit and chill here, or?
I want to play a little bit with this.
Okay. Well.
But I need you to play with it. How many minutes do we have?
We've got 12 minutes.
Maybe we can have a little game. We can put the camera down.
You want to watch us play with the ball?
Just a little game.
These videos are getting very obscure and very weird, aren't they? You know, the original intention when we were in Nepal was like, I want to walk the streets. I want to show people what it's like on ground level. And then gradually these videos have just become, I don't even know what they are. But I hope the original intention, you know, just showing you what it's like to be in this place, I hope that's still true. So yeah, let's play some ball for a few minutes at least anyway. Stick with us for a few minutes, and then we'll head down this way and we'll find out what's beyond those rocks.
You can have it while you play.
Okay. All right, you can come with me then. You can play with me. Hold on, I just want to cover the camera so it doesn't get hot. The bag is okay. All right. Are you ready for some solid comedy here now? Okay. You bounce it in the right place for Siamara, it goes straight over her head, like all of the jokes. Like that. Right, should we go underarm? Let's do it. Let's do a sky one. Oh, that's more to me than Siamara. That was bad. I'll fess up to that one. One thing that I will say about Goa so far, which has surprised me, is the lack of selfies. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about and you haven't watched any of the other videos, or been to India before, as a foreign tourist, particularly a white one, I would say, you will be inundated on the daily with requests for selfies. Seems an unusual custom in India, but they like to have selfies with foreigners. And it can be quite annoying. But here in Goa, I've only been asked once. I believe that recently a law or a rule or some guidance might have been passed by the authorities here, basically saying that you want to take selfies with foreigners, you have to ask first, which frankly seems bloody common sense. But I know that from the last time I was in Goa, it was very uncomfortable. This time, however, we've been completely left all alone. And when I say it was uncomfortable last time, it's because there were groups of men and boys prowling the beaches, kind of in a really creepy way, like just observing, staring, looking for girls to have selfies with and pictures with. And the whole selfie thing doesn't irritate me so much, but what does, which you'll get in a few places in India, or from a few individuals rather than places, shall I say. I don't want to put it on the place, it's down to individual people. But you will get people, despite saying no to the request, or before even being asked, they'll try to be very sneaky taking pictures of you, and it's very uncomfortable, especially if you're a woman, I can imagine. And anyway, this is what those people were doing the last time I was here in Goa. We're going around taking pictures, and yeah, just a bit creepy. But this time, not seeing it once. Not seeing it once. Creepy selfie people on the beaches. Not really. No. Although, I did have a little look on Instagram the other day. I was trying to find like photo spots in Goa. So I'm like researching the hashtag for Goa, for Arambol, all these places. And I did see a few suspect characters posting pictures with foreign girls in uncomfortable positions. So I'm sure it does still happen. Should we continue? It's popping out there. Saw you. Right, let's continue this little tour of the beach. Okay, well, let me just put everything on and I'll take my croissant. I got a little croissant from the German bakery. Never really understand why they're called German bakeries, because there's never Germans working there. This is a chocolate one, but it's more tasty because it has coconut inside it. Very tasty. 50 rupees. So maybe that's expensive actually. I don't know. Hold on. No, thank you. No, thank you. This is delicious. Do you want a bite? I said you want to buy. I think you took half of that then. Okay, onwards. Does anybody else's girlfriend do this? We're in the bakery and I say, do you want something? No. Girls out there, you should know that this behaviour is unacceptable. This place here looks very nice. It looks like I mean, these obviously are places to stay, but it almost looks like a beach club, doesn't it?
Looks that nice, but we don't need from the outside. It's like they have the perfect size. Just.
I love though how they've built this nice place, and then any of the rubbish from the construction, they just tip it over the edge. Ah, whatever. No one will see it. Nobody goes to the beach anyway.
Yeah, they shouldn't change.
Question is it Oyiku or is it Yukio? Yukio.
I had the same question before, but I think they probably from inside and it makes sense that it's Yukio.
Yukio. What's that? Looks like it's from something, that, doesn't it? Let's go explore. It's not slippy. So if you were a kid here exploring now, hey, if you were a kid here now exploring with a kid's imagination, what would you think this was?
Lava from the volcano.
You'd say lava.
Yep.
I'd say this is the brain of the beach. Let's test CMR social members. What are these called?
I forgot the name you told me, but I forgot what they are all dead.
Barnacles.
Barnacle.
Barnacles. So this is 45 minutes, but we used a lot of time to play the ball, didn't we? And brought you in the water with us, so maybe you want a couple of bonus minutes? What do you reckon? Yeah. we'll give you a couple of bonus minutes. We'll show you around here. Yeah, it looks very nice, that place, doesn't it? Very exclusive.
The extension of the same beach, like the same.
This is the different beach, I think. Yeah, I wonder. It does look like Arambol down there, doesn't it? But it can't be. It's too. Arambol's too far away. What's he doing now? He's making a cool video. See, that's how my old videos were. And now it's just like, yeah, I'm not going to edit these.
Very flexible. Like a guy who knows how to do parkour or something.
Maybe that's what it is. Parkour goer. I'm kind of a bit stuck with all these straps. This is just uncomfortable.
Wait, 1 minute. Slow down.
I don't like.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, I think this gives you a taste of what this little area is like here. This beach looks nice as well. Ambulance in the distance. I thought it was monkeys for a second then.
No, we haven't seen only one single monkey.
Oh, we've not, have we? I don't even know if there are monkeys in Goa.
It's very dangerous because you see like so many like broken glasses. So
Look at that, if you step on that, you're in big trouble, aren't you?
yeah.
The little fishies in there. Okay. I think we're safe to say that we've shown. Wow. What's that?
There's a piece of glass as well.
Yeah, that's like a monster of a piece of glass, isn't it? Oh. I will say that, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable necessarily walking around without my shoes on, because there are little bits of glass and bottle tops and all kinds. But yeah, this has been Ashwem Beach in northern Goa.
And then
Hope you've enjoyed it.
thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like it, and I wish you were here. See you in the next one.
Bye.